Hello and welcome to Chabot's news for September 23rd, 2020. My name is Siklali, and in today's news, we will be following updates on Breonna Taylor's case and Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. In sports, EGGO will cover Oakland RUTH moving to the USCL Championship. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. The Bay Area in California woke up on Wednesday with orange and even red skies, as if the sun never rose. Residents turned on lights looking into a rust-colored sky that made it look like nighttime. Endless fires created horrific air quality, which is harmful to people with underlying health conditions. East Bay residents had to stay indoors. Chabot was forced to suspend all in-person classes on Friday the 11th on Saturday the 12th of September due to safety concerns from unhealthy air quality throughout the Bay Area. Due to COVID-19, Chabot College has partnered with the City of Hayward and Alameda County Community Food Bank to host a no-contact food distribution on campus. This coming Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Parking Lot J, Chabot College will be distributing fresh produce, canned and dry goods to everyone who needs it. FRESH, which stands for Good Food, Resources, and Education to Stop Hunger, plans on doing this every Thursday throughout October 24th. For more information, you visit them on their Facebook page, Fresh Chabot. In other news, the COVID-19 death toll in California has passed 15,000 on Sunday, the fourth highest death tolls in the United States behind New York, New Jersey, and Texas. Meanwhile, the infection rates in the states have fallen to 3%, the lowest since the first day of the pandemic. Reopening plans are going smoothly throughout the whole Bay Area except for one county. Alameda County is the only county left behind, in which all indoor activities are still not allowed. Oakland and San Leandro have the highest infection rates in the Bay Area, with around 4,000 confirmed cases per 100,000 population. Los Angeles County remains the worst in the state with 260,000 confirmed cases. The second worst in the state, San Diego County has blasted confirmed cases from an outbreak in the San Diego State University. The county now has an 8% infection rate, made it return to the most restrictive level from COVID-19. The Employment Development Department in California will not be accepting new unemployment cases in the next 2 weeks. According to officials, 600,000 cases have been backlogged and not yet processed in the system for more than 21 days. Around 1 million cases are under either an investigation of fault payments or claim modifications. Additionally, 1.6 million pending cases are waiting for eligibility verification. These issues do not expect to be resolved until January, but the state plans to implement a new verification tool online in order to reduce the number of cases needed to be done by real people. And now in today's food news, EGGO is making pumpkin pie and gingerbread-inspired pancakes this fall. It's no secret that some of us really love a sweet breakfast in the morning, and there is no better breakfast than a stack of pancakes. EGGO plans to introduce 2 seasonal pancake flavors, pumpkin pie and gingerbread cookie. Yum! There's so much to do in a day and never enough to do it, which is why frozen meals can be a lifesaver. You can pop one EGGO pancake in the microwave for 30 seconds and breakfast is served. It looks like the pumpkin pie flavor is already at stores, but gingerbread cookie has not been seen yet, although it should appear in the freezer aisle closer in the holiday season. Be sure to keep a lookout on the frozen breakfast aisle next time you go shopping. Now we go to Michaela with top 5 musicals on Broadway.
For this week's Top 5, we are reviewing the top 5 Broadway musicals. Number 5 is The Lion King. The Lion King musical is a rendition of the original Disney movie. All the songs from the original movie are included, with addition to a female power song for Nala. Fourth on the list is Heathers the Musical. Based on the 1988 film of the same name, Heather's the Musical is about a girl group that are all named Heather and a psycho killer named JD who likes to drink Slurpees at 7-Eleven. It's a lot of big fun to watch. Next up is the third best Broadway musical, West Side Story. Made in the 1950s, it was inspired by William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Two gangs, the Jets and the Sharks feud, separate lovers Tony and Maria. If you want to be cool and watch it tonight, I'm pretty sure you'll find it somewhere. Here we go again with the next Broadway musical, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is about a girl named Sophie who is trying to find out who her dad is. Based off ABBA songs, you will feel like a dancing queen at the end of the musical. We can't erase this musical from the narrative. Last but not least, Hamilton holds a top spot for Best Broadway Musical. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote Hamilton based on Alexander Hamilton's life, but with a hip-hop twist. That's it for this week's Top 5. Back to you, Sitlali.
The West Coast wildfire season is far from over, and already it's massive blazes across California, Oregon, and Washington. Battling the flames to save lives is the primary concern, but the damages don't stop there. In urban areas not directly dealing with fire, air quality issues are still forcing many restaurants already ruined by the effects of COVID-19 pandemic to close their doors again. In Oregon, air quality issues forced Mayor Ted Wheeler to shut all city-owned outdoor spaces. Over 30 restaurants affected by the smoke. Further south, smoky air has been an ongoing problem in San Francisco Bay Area, with some restaurants in the region were already curbing outdoor seating last month when the fire first began. With this year, we've having to consider shutting doors again, especially for something unrelated to coronavirus, can feel devastating. And now, Eva will bring us the latest in sports news.
Patrick Beverley reported the prediction for Stephen Curry. "You had 5 years," Beverley reported to have told Curry during the 141 to 127 dribble. "The next 5 years are mine." The Denver Nuggets completed their second 3-1 comeback of 2020 postseason when they defeated the Clippers in the Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinal Wednesday night. For the Clippers team that added Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the offensive and thought that many to boast the NBA's best roster. Leonard and George can be both opt out of their contracts in 2021 offseason, a year that boasts a potential historic free agent class headlined by the certain someone heavily linked to the Warriors. So, to the plug that could be possible to be pulled to Beverley's 5-year window earlier than anticipated. Curry and Beverley are longtime friends and have referred each other as brothers, so there is not any attempt to create a feud where there isn't one. Rather, it is an attempt to highlight the fact that no one ever knows anything about the NBA. And with the deep economic uncertainty brought on by the coronavirus pandemic, the weird may only get weirder. Oakland Roots are moving to a higher league in the USL Championship. On September 14th, the Roots announced that they are moving to the USL Championship, the second division of soccer in the United States in 2021. They are leaving the National Independent Soccer Association, NISA, the third division league that has been in their home for the first 2 seasons. Oakland Roots Sports Club is one of the most impressive and purpose-driven organizations in the United States. "We are thrilled to welcome them to the championship," writes USL Chief Executive Alec Papadakis. To join the USL, the Roots had to acquire the league franchise rights that were awarded to East Bay real estate investor Mark Hall. The amount of money for the transaction was not disclosed. Benno Nagel and Edris Arwandiwal first started the group that became the managerial foundation for the Oakland Roots Club, which formed in 2018. The Roots are now sold out of all their home games of 5,000 seats in Laney Stadium. Attendance-wise, they were all the most successful team in NISA Boyd in the part of the Oakland departure of the Golden State Warriors and the Las Vegas Raiders. Playing in the championship is a great opportunity for Oakland Roots to succeed our journey of using soccer for social good, says Oakland Roots primary owner Stephen Aldridge. "We can't wait to showcase the passion, pride, and commitment of our player fans and the town to all wider audience next year." That's all for sports news. Back to you, Sitlali.
In today's national news, after 6 months of anticipation since the fatal shooting of 26-year-old Breonna Taylor, Kentucky's Attorney General Daniel Cameron finally announces the grand jury's decision to charge former officer Brett Hankinson. He will be charged with first-degree wanton endangerment, a lesser charge than what Taylor's family was asking for to be a second-degree manslaughter. Only 1 out of 3 officers under investigation in this were indicted, while the two remaining officers continue operating for Louisville Metro Police Department. In other news, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who served in the U.S. Supreme Court for 27 years, has regrettably passed away at 87 years old on Friday, September 18, 2020. She passed away due to pancreatic cancer complications, a true loss for the women's rights movement of our nation. Her legacy will be forever remembered. For today's good news, Florida shores may soon become a bit safer thanks to the creativity of 13-year-old Kayal Hajik in Panama City Beach. Kayal, a Boy Scout and aspiring Air Force Academy cadet, worked with his father to devise an emergency kit prototype called the Life Box. The Life Box contains basic life-saving equipment and educational material to be positioned along with the shoreline of Panama City Beach. The emergency kit includes 2 life vests, a tethered life preserver, and visual aids including the drowning chain of survival. Kayal and his father say the story of Richard Stacy Redmond is a major motivator for the creation of the Life Box. For Kayal and Joe Hajik, the idea centers on providing the resources to save lives, both for those needing rescue and rescuers. Kajil and Joe Hajik plan to present the Life Box to other groups and ultimately the City Council. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.